Kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Aries. So, and thank you all for joining me and watching this video. I just want to firstly say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my YouTube channel, and also those my Facebook page as well. If you've liked and followed me on there, thank you very much for doing that. And also just want to say thank you to those of you who are going to subscribe in the future or now to my YouTube or Facebook page. Okay. Just getting that out of the way. So I just want to, because it really makes, and I encourage you to do both so you can keep in touch with what is happening, what I'm doing, where I'm going to be. I'm looking at doing some different things and with a group of other people, so around the country, when hopefully around the world, when soon or next year. You never know what the world's got and holds for us. So Spirit have big plans for me by the sound of it. So, and I feel like they've got amazing plans for you too, Aries. So cool. That is so cool. So anyway, back to my main intro is I just want to also just remind everybody that these reads are general reads, so they may or may not resonate with you. If they do, the messages do resonate with you, that's wonderful. If they don't, then it may be something that's maybe more futuristic for you. Okay, so these reads are also timeless as well. So you may be watching this video in like now in 2 years' time from the date that I've recorded this, which is the weekly for the month of August 2020. So it's not necessarily just for this week, okay? So just see how it goes. If it doesn't, if it really doesn't, then check out one of your other signs. Or if it kind of does, then check out one of your other signs, okay? Because this reading is for the sign of Aries, whether you're watching for Aries, if Aries is in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs. So check out one of your other. So if you don't know what your other signs are, then there is a link in the description box below that will take you to a website that has a free calculator on there, and you can suss it out through there, and have a little wee read about your other signs in there. And it's actually really interesting when you have a look at it and you look at it, really think about the things that have happened in your life and whatnot. So have a wee gaze at that. The other thing is that I am available to take bookings for readings and or healing sessions. So my details are in the description box below to make contact with me. And to book a reading either in person or online. So thank God for technology. We can do it online. So whether you're down the road in another part of New Zealand from where I am in Ngāruawāhia, here in the Waikato area in New Zealand, or whether you are in Australia or further across the world from here, we can make a connection and do an online session there as well. Cool. Right, now, what's coming up? So the other thing is I'm using my Sacred Earth Oracle deck and my trusty tarot deck today, and we'll see what happens. So I have a new tarot deck. I haven't actually used it on here yet, so it's kind of, I feel like it's waiting to come out. Magnetism is the first card out for the Sacred Oracle deck. So I want to bring that out. So there's something about magnetizing what it is that you want, not what you don't want. Okay, so I think we went over this last week too. So there may be some of you that might have had a really nice shift in there, and some of you might not have, might have had seen a little bit of a shift. So it's like you as well. So let's hope if you haven't, that you get your butt into gear and start projecting out wonderful, amazing, creative, inspirational energy out, and getting that emotional connection to what it is that you do want. So when I say emotional connection, it's obviously going to be like connecting like in a loving, happy, healthy, loving way of that energy, putting it out there as to what, if you're wanting that new house or that new car or that new or that different life, you know, a different type of life or a different house or a different car, not so much just brand new. It depends on what new is to you, or where you're wanting to go, or that job that you're wanting to go, or that business that you're wanting to create, or whatever it is, and you're wanting, and you're wanting or requiring, you know, desiring, you know, whatever it is. It's like getting on the right vibration, okay, that is matching, and also matching what it is that you're wanting to have with desire, not wanting to have with lack. So there's a difference in the energy with that. So you're going to create a high energy, what they're calling about, okay, they're talking about high energy, inspirational, loving, you know, like you've, that excitement that you're there, you know, that you're already there, that you've got this, that you're in this house, and what it's like to walk into the house, and it may be earlier than what you expect it to be, because you know what it's like to own that car, what it's like to drive in that car, put yourself in that car now, what it's like to earn that sort of money, like you're putting yourself in that earning frame of mind or being, and you know, or it's receiving and or giving money, whatever it is, you're changing the energy of your vibration to magnetize what it is that you're wanting to do, be, have, and or give in your life, or who it is that you're wanting to do, be, give, and or have in your life as well, and how you can do, be, give, have, and you know, give, and you know, in your life, do, be, have, what, do, be, have, or give in your life. Gosh, how are you wanting to do that? So it's all kind of part of it, and so it's like, and you know, it's and it's like I want, and you know what it is, what it is I want to be, who is, I'm feeling like who is a key word now. It's who do I want to be, not just, this is every day, all the time. That's it. Okay, and interesting, because I stopped and had a thought about that, so it's maybe stopping and having a wee think about that. There's some of you are looking at that, so I feel like there's one more card to come out, and we'll see what comes out. Yeah, pops out. Oh, that's it there. Okay, perspective. Okay, so it's about changing your perspective, or looking at what your perspective is first. When we're saying change it, look at it first, because it's, when we, quite often it's like, yep, we say like change your perspective, but it's like, and you go, okay, yeah, I'm going to change that thought, I'm going to change that, change it, and you just go cut, I'm going to change it, and yes, that kind of does work in a way. But if you don't know what the hell you're changing, then you've got to go there and be conscious of what it is that you're changing as well. And, because otherwise it might happen for a moment, because you may be feeling like, yeah, I've got to change that, and I'm just going to go change it now, I'm going to stop. But that needs to be like consistent, persistent changing of what you're thinking and doing. It's like a retraining your mind. But and I feel like some of you might be thinking, oh yeah, no, I did that, but it's not really working. Change your perspective. So you've got to go in it with like feeling it wholeheartedly and connected, and being in the moment, so you understand what it is that you're actually doing. And so this is where they're going a little bit deeper for some of you with that. But so whether you're Aries or not, and you're watching this, that'll be interesting how many people end up watching this. So you just got to go back that deep, a little bit deeper. So with that, so it's like, yeah, okay, what is it that I'm actually changing with that perspective? So some of you like to go, yes, you do that, and yep, that's fine. And then it comes back again, and it's like you maybe thinking, maybe missing the obvious. Sometimes we do miss the obvious. So it's like, so they're talking about going a little bit deeper, and if it keeps reoccurring and you're not, it's more often than not, and you're maybe not feeling like you're moving, or you moved a smidge, and it's like, okay, because you kind of get it. It's like taking the next process. So, I know what that's like. So it's taking the next step. It's and it's like really going, or taking another look at it, or deeper look at it inside there as to why it's not really kind of. It's like you're getting partial results with that. But it's, yeah. And of course, you're doing that with love, peace, harmony, and joy. Excitement and adventure, always, no matter what, because that is what helps shift the energy, and that's what helps shift the perspective. And even if something really F's you off, you know, you might feel really fucked off with something, or you might feel really like disappointed with something, but when you're processing it, going in there, and as much as possible, go in there with that love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, adventure, prosperity, and prosperity and abundance. Energy, because you'll start to shift things, energy there, your vibration will change, and it's like, you know, even when somebody has, you know, been an asshole to you, or you're feeling like somebody has been an asshole to you, and like it may have been you that's been the asshole to them, which is why they responded. So it's like going in there, just saying, it may not be for some of you, but you know what I mean. It's like taking a look at the other side of the picture, as well at yourself, and I'm hearing for some of yous. And it's like, but somebody may genuinely have been, you know, and it's like, and not allowing yourself to get caught up in their bullshit, because that's their stuff. So it's, yeah, but going in, but also, you know, as much as possible, as often as possible, and as strong as possible, going in there with a love-based feeling. So, you know, you're not handing your power off by going in there angry, going in there hateful, going in there, you know, as it's like, you know, and with the you know, with all those sorts of types of negative sorts of feelings, and you may quite rightfully so be, you know, might quite rightfully be so that you know, you do feel that way, or you know, you could feel that way towards whatever, but it's like, it's kind of like you're buying into, you're being influenced by that energy. So it's like shifting it around. This is about loving yourself. It's not shifting it around to say that you're letting go of, you know, you're letting them off that. You're shifting it around because it's part of you healing yourself first and foremost. It's not about healing the other person, it's about healing yourself. Or it's not about just, at first it's about healing the whole, you know, the energy between it, and that sort of thing. That it's somebody else's responsibility to heal themselves. That's what I'm hearing. So some of you may have gone into that space. So, okay. So anyway, we're going to the cards now, and work is underway with the Two of Wands. So something, you've started to go and get into something. So, and you might have got some shit about that. So for some of you, and it's like, okay. And which is probably where they're going, why they got me to like draw those cards out first. So, but something, the work is underway, and you're looking out there in the never never land, or the ever land, or the yes land, or the whatever. So it's like when they say never never land, I see that as like Peter Pan. Okay, there's more out there than what it seems, and that sort of thing. And because it's going, it's like I say, it's shifting the energy of your thoughts with that. So there's something, work is underway. You're gazing out there into the sea, into the ocean, into the future, about what, you know, what else, my next step, what is my next step to be able to take now. And you've got so far, but I feel like there's whatever it is, that something may be holding you back, because there's the Four of Pentacles that's holding on too tightly to money. So it may mean that you might need to shell out a bit of money or something like that, or it may be that the purse strings might be a little bit tight, so you're holding on a little bit tight, and that's fair enough. But there's something about like shifting that energy again into, like, sometimes we need to spend a little bit of money to make a little bit of money, or to get somewhere. So it's about maybe opening up the purse strings a little bit too, and then spending a little bit, and it's been on this or that, and it maybe mean that you might need to cut back on something else, that or review. I'm hearing some of you may need to review what you've been spending your money on, why you've got to that space. Okay, excuse me. So something's not sitting right, or something's not digesting right. Okay. And And then we have the lovers. So there's something about lover or somebody coming into your life possibly for some of you. And I'm hearing love and choice. But for some reason I heard love, I read love and circle. And I know that's love and choice or love circle. So, and it's because I feel like there's maybe some of you, there may be three of you, there may be something going on in the situation where there's three people involved there. So some of you may be going into or out of a relationship, but there may be a third party in a relationship and somebody's found out, or some of you is maybe, you know, not wanting to be in that third party, you know, be the third party in the relationship, yeah, somewhere along the line there. So it's like, what are you going to do about it? Which is kind of where this all comes in as well. And some of you may have been exited out of a relationship because of a third party coming in into the relationship, into the relationship. Well, yeah, kind of. So it's like, yeah. And some of you, it's not, I feel like for you, some of you, it definitely is about lovers. Others of you, I feel like it's to do with some business projects or something like that, that somebody might come in, so somebody's going to exit, or there may be something about three people as partners in there. So not necessarily, like I say, it could be in a building project, because we've got money, we've got energy there, but also I'm feeling, you know, like money as well. So there's something to do with energy in there, and it may be like somebody's exiting out of that because of the, you know, with you, and it may be that you're looking at your finances as because of the changes in there. Phew, wow, there's a lot of freaking shit going on there, or stuff, energy. It's like, whoa. I know, you're kind of like, there's like, okay, there's some shit for some, and there's some that's not so good shit, and there's some not so bad stuff going on. So it's kind of like, okay, but there's a lot of energy in there. So it's like something that is like working to help shift the energy, or someone, and it's like, yes, calling on the angels, but yeah, Aries. So it's like maybe setting fire to some stuff, and like burning some rubbish and bringing in that energy of letting go, clearing fire. They show me fire, phoenix, and like letting go. There's a clearing out process. So fire is a good way of clearing. So that might be literally for some of you. It might be just obviously a figurative, or, you know, an energetic thing, like you're just like visualizing it. Okay, clearing. So then we have recuperation and convalescence with the Four of Swords. That's coming in. It comes in underneath the Two of Wands. So with the Two of Wands, and it's coming in underneath there may be some work, and you may be needing to go through and have a little bit of time out, just to like regroup and with what has been happening and what's going on, and what the next steps are. So it's always a good time. Although we are in a waxing moon phase, and it's about growing. So it may be like you're looking, and, you know, even though you're in this going into recuperation and convalescence, it's like, it's also a good time to look at how you can grow your business, yourself, your you know, whatever it is, your partnership, your marriage, your your relationships with others, whether it be in a spousal way, or it could be friendships, it could be, you know, your family, your siblings, your parents. You know, there may be something going on there that's all connected in there, and growing and building on the relationship in a healthy way, okay? Making some changes. So there is something to do with temperance here, which is about cooperation and sharing, but I'm hearing balance. It's about she brings balance, okay, with the Four of Pentacles. So she's falling in underneath, or dropping in underneath there. So she's there to help, you know. So there may be needing you may be needing to take a look at, you know, how you are sharing and cooperating, you know, with money, your relationship with money, and or others with their relation to do with money, and to find a balance around there. So the next card out is, the Star, okay, which is falling in under the Lovers. So there's some hope and inspiration there. So whichever, you know, side of the fence you find yourself on, going into a third-party relationship or moving out of a third party, being the third party that's moving in or out, it's like an on-to. There's something there. There's something about hope and inspiration with the Star, okay? So, and it could be like, it's something I'm hearing, like there's about some choices there. So, and moving forward, okay, or moving on, moving out, moving up, you know, and that. So it's like I'm hearing the word doing everything with dignity, dignity and honor. In your power. This is about being in your power. So dignity and honor. Cool. Or it could be that some of you are in the background and you're seeing this happen and it's like, whoa, and taking a leaf out of their book, okay? So, small beginnings with the Page of Pentacles. So somebody usually connected with a younger male energy with this one, or a young energy, actually could be male or female, that's coming in, and or that brings some, that goes into the Two of Wands. Over there, underneath there, with the Four of Swords. So there's something about small beginnings and falling in that row, moving on into there with the Page of Pentacles. So seeds are sown and the plants is growing slowly, but slowly. Yeah, well, they're all up, they're all growing. So there's some green there, so they're growing. Okay, for some of them, you may be seeing them growing slowly but surely. Others, I feel like they're growing at a pretty good pace. So it's like maybe you need to, you know, pull your socks up or pull your britches up and get going. And roll your sleeves up and get going. Okay, no, we're going to go shuffle here. Oh, okay, gosh. Okay, those three come out. Okay, so we have the King of Swords, and we have the Page of Wands, and we have the Five of Pentacles. So it's like, I feel like there's something to do with all these cards. Those cards came out for the middle one. So it's about, you know, being firm. You being the authority figure this time, and being firm with yourself, but also being fair about the thoughts that are going in your mind about this process of change that you're going through, okay? And where that's going to go and how you're going to grow it. Because then the messenger, of the Page of Wands is, you know, he brings these ideas that are creative. So he's like helping you find a way to move through this Four of Pentacles stage, you know, this holding on too tightly. So there's something going on in there. But it's about you being creative with with what you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in this state, in this place of, you know, a loss of wealth or faith, or continue in that, because that's what it's like, holding on to, you know, too tightly with the Four of Pentacles. It's kind of like going into that, like you're going to end up in that space if you keep holding on and not opening yourself up to possibilities and ideas and creativeness about how to create more. You know, the more prosperity. But you have to have faith, and faith that you're going to get, you know, past this and create more. Yeah, because the loss of wealth or faith, it's like, that's what's going to happen if you don't move, you know, or could possibly happen. On saying that, for some of yous, if you know, it's basically what I feel like they're saying is like getting a crack up your backside and pulling yourself out of that energy, because the, you know, the authority figure with it's being going into that authority figure side of yourself, bringing that out. Be firm with yourself, but also be fair with it. It's not about putting yourself down. It's about pulling yourself out of your thoughts about, and you know, of the fear. And about, you know, about money and what your relationship is about money, and moving on into these, because there's some new ideas, there's some creative ideas that have been brought to you, but you're not taking action with them, because there's that fear of, you know, because you're holding on too tight to money, and that fear of loss or wealth, or loss of wealth basically, or a loss of it's been too, but it's like you have to do it. You fear that you're going to lose it, but if you keep doing that, that's what's exactly going to happen. So that's where the magnetism comes in. And then we have the generosity of and strength with the Queen of Wands. So there she is. So it's this is you, Aries, you know, taking control of that, you know, going into that generous place of not just, you know, with energy and strength, but also to get through this, to switch, you know, whatever it is around. So you can do it. You can do it. It's like, and like everything is like, I'm being drawn to the sunflower, which is to me, is about cycles. So it's like, you know, when the sun sets, the sunflower goes to sleep and it rests, to be rejuvenated in the morning when the sun rises, and it lifts its head and follows the sun around for the day. So that's something about you lifting your head, I'm drawn to, and inner courage and strength with it, and with the strength card here with the lion. And I'm hearing Leo, but I'm also being drawn to, what's that lion's name on The Lion with the Witch in the Wardrobe? I've completely forgotten his name. Anyway, him, I'm drawn to him, and you know how he has this magical way about doing things and seeing things. So it talks of, this card talks of inner courage and strength, inner strength and self-discipline, and going into that energy, but doing it constructive strength, and you know, constructively, with that strength, not in a way where you maybe go into this rah 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 and, you know, strength, because you've got this energy and that strength, and it's like, and you start like being like a bull at a gate, in that sense. I know you're Aries, but it's like, or a ram at the gate, or whatever. Aries anyway. It's like going in there, but it's like making sure that you're taking, you know, like doing that constructively in the most loving, positive way that you can. Like, like we're going back saying it's with love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure. God, somebody nearly choked on that. Excitement and adventure. You know, adventure in prosperity and abundance. That energy. Cool. And I want to just, there's one more card here. Okay, so that brings up a new emotional beginning with the Page of Cups. It's like reflection, looking at your reflection, and you know, and dealing with whatever it is. That's what's coming up with that one, with the strength, and dealing with what it is that's holding you back, and releasing the past attachments to the future is where you're wanting to go. Because you don't want to take that shit, you want to be moving forward without that stuff attached to you. It's always going to be there as a memory and as a thought, and as a memory more so, but not, and the thought might come up every now and then, but it's to keep you in touch with yourself, to ground you 9 times out of 10, or to check in with you. So sometimes we need a little bit of a check-in, and that, with what is going on with our lives, and it's like, that's what they're doing. Okay, awesome. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, prosperity, and abundance. And my guides and I, and my spiritual team, my guides and I, the angels and the Zion energy, we're going to leave that with you with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, again, excitement, adventure, even more, prosperity, and abundance. Okay, bye for now, and we'll see you next Monday.